There's really this bizarre juxtaposition where there are some who are very polite and treat us with respect and dignity. And those are normal, well-functioning human beings. And when we talk to The Economist or the New York Times or the Financial Times or large corporations, we get treated with respect and dignity. And we have great productive conversations, not always converging to some understanding or a deal, but we, at the very least, treat each other like humans. Then there are some people in the cryptocurrency space who, in the face of overwhelming evidence, have decided to respond to that by treating us like dirt. I'm sorry, that to assert that we would lie about a relationship like this as a news agency and a representative of that, 5 million people is not a small commitment, sir. That's larger than the population of a lot of small countries. That's larger than the population of a lot of US states. That's a big deal. And that's going to grow over time. And this is the first country to do something like this. It didn't happen in the United States. It didn't happen in Germany. It happened of all places, Ethiopia, which is a tremendous piece of news for the adoption of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. You might not like it because you think I'm an asshole or Cardano is in some way inferior technology to Ethereum, but it is newsworthy. And the only response is to assert that we've lied as if we're a drive-by-night operation. You know, we've been around for a long time, have a big community. To have people appear on prominent podcasts and say nothing has been done or accomplished. Again, you might not like the project or think the things that we've spent our time on are substandard or not worth that time. But to assert that nothing was done or that Cardano's a blatant scam, it's bizarre. And this is not how a normal industry works. Apple doesn't wake up and say the products Microsoft builds are fraudulent or scams. They say that our products are better. Google doesn't wake up and say that the products that Apple and Microsoft make are fraudulent or they're scams or the CEOs of those companies are criminals. They say our products are better and here's why. Yet the people who compete with us or could partner with us in this nascent industry have decided to now cross that threshold in the face of overwhelming evidence and accuse us of being criminals, accuse us of being dishonest. In some cases, representatives of media agencies. I've never worked in an industry where this is the case, and it just makes me wonder if the people who maintain these positions are qualified to hold them and truly understand the magnitude of the allegations they levy. We go to work every day. It's hard work. And if you watch the Africa special, you'll see the passion, the excitement, and the profound amount of investment that has gone into these endeavors. Now, it's a commercial enterprise with a social good behind it. We believe the path we're taking is going to be successful, but there's always a chance of failure. That said, everybody who's involved is signed up for the long haul, including our community, and there's goodwill there. And what we have done with this Africa special is announced to the entire blockchain world that 5 million people will be given decentralized identifiers, DIDs, interoperable with the DID standards that are being deployed on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other systems, in addition to Cardano. We just brought 5 million people into our industry. This is good for us all. Whether you like me or not, you think I'm a piece of human trash, but yet the response by people who occupy prominent roles in certain places in this industry are to pretend like it didn't happen, diminish it, attack it. Grow up. Have some maturity. I say harsh things on Twitter from time to time. I tell people to go fuck themselves from time to time, especially when I feel that those people have been blatantly unfair and dishonest. I never do it to defend myself. If a person goes to Twitter and says, I'm fat, ugly, and a horrible human being, great. Good for them. You'll notice I only do it to defend others or the Cardano project or my company, especially in matters of where people have made tremendous personal sacrifice to accomplish the things that we've done. You don't know how many lost weekends, missed birthdays, missed anniversaries, overtime work, over the last several years has gone into the creation of Cardano and the things that we've done commercially, the deals we've negotiated. Each and every one of those people who went the extra mile deserves better than some person who is in our industry, who should occupy some degree of humility and respect, to be shitposted and told that the totality of the things that they've done in the public domain is nothing. It's not like we're hiding all this. It's not like we're claiming that there's some secret place where all the code gets committed and all the papers are written and trust us, one day it's going to be released. You just go to our website and look at the paper library. You go to ePrint and search for the scientists' last names. You go to Google, you go to GitHub and do a basic search and look at the 300 repositories. You go to cardanoupdates.com and see how we're #1 for GitHub commits. This is all done in the open domain for everyone to see. And that doesn't matter by these purported experts. And I hold journalists to a higher standard. I hold project founders to a higher standard because they control the minds and capital and attention of many innocent people who are just trying to sort out fact from fiction. And when these lies happen, what do you do about it? People say turn the other cheek, but that can be very damaging to a project because a perception will develop and then that perception becomes reality. People believe that it's a ghost chain. People believe that nothing's been done. It's very hard to change people's minds. If someone hears that election fraud has happened or a vaccine has a quantum dot and mercury in it and even though it doesn't, they'll just believe it. And then they'll tell all their friends that. And the amount of damage that does commercially to the adoption of the project, the growth of the project is catastrophic. So when you allow these things to persist in the open domain, where people say these types of things, they cause damage to a project, in some cases irreparable damage to a project amongst certain demographics. There are some who will never, in the entire life and history of Cardano, use Cardano because of preconceived notions and beliefs. It's an open ecosystem. The things we've accomplished, whether you love me or hate me as a person, are here to stay. I could go outside and get in my car, get hit by a truck, and be dead. Tomorrow, Cardano still operates. The roadmap still goes on. The technology is still there and free to use. But because of a blind hatred, I don't know where it's from, but a blind hatred for me, for my company, and for the past, there are some people that believe that Cardano will just magically disappear and it can never be a viable, real project. We just announced the largest blockchain deal in the history of our industry, at least to my knowledge. And certainly if it's not the largest, it's one of the largest. 5 million people, that's a big deal. And there are some who won't believe it, who claim otherwise, refuse to cover it out of spite and hatred. And it hurts the whole industry.